Funding sources are essentially the entity that will be paying for your student's therapy. It is best to enter your most common funding sources prior to using the system. When you register a student, you will be creating a contract for them and selecting which funding source goes with that particular student. To get to the Funding Sources section, first click on the plus symbol within the navigation bar. Then, click on Funding Sources. Next, click on the Go button next to the All List view in order to see all funding sources that are currently in your system. By default, you should already have a private pay funding source created with the system. To create a new funding source, click on the New Funding Source button at the top of the page. If you do not have this button, then likely you do not have the user permissions in order to do this process. The first thing you'll do is enter in the name and funding type. For my example, I'm going to use UBH. The funding type here is insurance. However, if you were creating a funding type for educational institutions, regional centers, private pay, or anything else, you would choose the appropriate funding type here. Below that, you can enter the contact information, address, phone numbers, emails, etc. for the funding source. This information is optional. Below that, you also have some insurance details such as financial class, as well as some places to enter in some phone numbers for contact information purposes. At any point down the road, if you wish to discontinue the use of this funding source, you can simply edit the funding source and uncheck the active checkbox. You can disregard the Send Billing Message checkbox as it is not used for standalone TotalABA applications. Once you've completed filling out the form, simply hit the Save button and repeat the process for any other funding sources that your center may bill.